Stop scrolling. Stop doubting. Stop letting the world dictate your limits. Everything you've been waiting for is on the other side of absolute focus. Today, you're going to learn how to silence the noise, amplify your inner fire, and unlock a version of yourself so relentless, so unstoppable that nothing in life will ever hold you back. If you think distractions are small, think again. They are the thieves of greatness, and your mind is the battleground. Lock in now. The world is loud. It doesn't matter if you are an athlete, an entrepreneur, a student, or a dreamer. Everywhere you turn, opinions, distractions, and expectations scream at you. Social media, texts, emails, comments, and comparisons, they all conspire against your focus. But here is the truth that separates ordinary people from the elite. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the mastery of attention. The moment you can silence the noise in your mind, in your environment, in your life, you unlock a power that others spend a lifetime searching for. Distraction is not just a minor inconvenience, it is a deadly force. Every time you let a thought wander, every time you allow yourself to react instead of act, you are giving away your potential. Champions don't wait for perfect conditions. They create them. They block out the unnecessary. They prioritize the essential, and they understand that focus is not something you stumble upon. It is something you build. The inner fire within you, the drive, the ambition, the hunger for more is always there. It is always waiting, but like a flame, it needs fuel, it needs oxygen, it needs protection from the storms around it. Noise is the wind that tries to blow out your fire. To amplify your inner fire, you must first create a space where it can burn freely. Silence doesn't mean isolation. It doesn't mean you stop caring about life or stop engaging with the world. It means you learn to control your attention. You decide what enters your mind and what doesn't. You recognize the difference between helpful input and harmful distraction. The elite understand that every second of unfocused attention is a second lost from greatness. You are what you allow your mind to dwell on. Your habits are the reflection of what you consistently prioritize. To silence the noise, you must train your mind as you would train your body. Mental discipline is like physical conditioning, painful at first, but essential for progress. You must create rituals and routines that protect your focus. You must condition yourself to respond, not react. Imagine walking into a gym full of chaos. People yelling, machines clanging, music blasting in every direction. A weak mind gets lost in the noise. An average person will glance around, get distracted, leave frustrated. But the one who locks in, who focuses on the task at hand, who tunes out everything that is not relevant to their mission, this is the person who grows stronger, who transforms, who becomes unstoppable. Life is the same way. The noise is everywhere, and your success depends on how well you can tune it out. Amplifying your inner fire is more than just working harder. It is working smarter. It is about knowing exactly what matters and giving it all your attention. Passion without focus is wasted energy. Energy without direction is lost potential. To truly ignite your inner fire, you must create clarity in your vision, precision in your actions, and intensity in your commitment. Every thought, every choice, every action must serve your greater purpose. You must be obsessive, not compulsive. Obsessed with excellence, obsessed with improvement, obsessed with becoming the best version of yourself. Your inner fire is a reflection of your belief in yourself. The louder the world gets, the stronger you must burn. Critics, doubters, and naysayers will always exist. They will try to distract you, derail you, and diminish you. But their opinions are irrelevant unless you allow them to dictate your focus. Greatness is never given. It is claimed. And to claim it, you must enter a state where nothing outside of your mission matters. Silence the noise, amplify your fire, and make your own rules. Every champion, every successful person, every legend has mastered this principle. They understand that life is a battlefield for attention. Your mind is your weapon, your focus is your strategy, and your inner fire is your ammunition. You cannot grow, you cannot achieve. You cannot dominate if your mind is cluttered, if your energy is scattered, if your priorities are unclear. To succeed at the highest level, you must learn to say no to the trivial, no to the distracting, and yes to the essential. Focus is not a talent, it is a choice. Every day, every hour, every minute, you decide what deserves your attention. Will you scroll endlessly through things that don't matter? Or will you lock in and pursue what truly moves the needle? Will you let the noise of other people's lives, expectations, and opinions drown out your own voice? Or will you cultivate silence in the chaos and let your inner fire roar? This is the art of locking in, the ability to remain unshaken, unbroken and unwavering in pursuit of your mission. When you master this, your results will reflect it immediately. Tasks that once felt overwhelming become manageable. Goals that once felt distant become reachable. Challenges that once intimidated you become opportunities. Your inner fire becomes a beacon, drawing everything you need into alignment with your purpose. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Silence the noise and you will find clarity. Amplify your fire and you will find unstoppable momentum. It starts with small steps. Every morning, dedicate time to silence the clutter. Turn off notifications, create space for reflection, and focus on what matters most. Prioritize your health, your mind, and your mission. Protect your energy fiercely. Surround yourself with people who amplify your fire, not drain it. Say no to the unnecessary. Commit to the process even when it feels uncomfortable. Discomfort is the signal that growth is happening, and every time you push through, your fire burns brighter. Remember, the world will never make it easy. Life will constantly try to scatter your focus, but champions thrive in the chaos. They lock in, they ignore the noise, and they channel their energy with surgical precision. You have an opportunity right now to do the same. To stop letting external forces dictate your life. To take control of your mind, your actions, and your destiny. This is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. About controlling what you can control. About amplifying what already exists inside you. Silence the noise, amplify your inner fire. There is no formula, no shortcut, no magic pill. It is pure effort, unwavering focus, and relentless dedication. But the results are undeniable. The person who masters this principle will outperform, outlast, and outshine everyone else. You are capable of more than you realize. Your fire is waiting. All you have to do is silence the world long enough to ignite it. Now that you understand the power of silence and focus, it's time to take it deeper. Silence alone is not enough. It is the foundation, but your inner fire needs fuel, direction, and intensity to truly become unstoppable. Fire without oxygen dies. Talent without discipline fades. Passion without focus drifts aimlessly. Amplifying your inner fire requires a deliberate, almost obsessive commitment to mastering yourself, your environment, and your energy. First, let's talk about your environment. The world around you is full of distractions disguised as opportunities. Notifications, endless feeds, casual conversations. People with no ambition. They all exist to dilute your attention. If you are serious about amplifying your fire, you must curate your surroundings. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It means creating a protective space where your energy is preserved and multiplied. Remove the unnecessary inputs. Limit exposure to anything that does not serve your purpose. Surround yourself with energy, not noise. People who are driven, focused, and relentless will naturally ignite your fire, while aimless, distracted, and negative influences will smother it. Choose your associations wisely. Energy is contagious. Fire spreads where there is fuel. Next, train your mind with precision. Mental discipline is the key to amplifying your inner fire. The mind is like a muscle. It grows stronger the more you challenge it, the more you train it, and the more you control it. Start by observing your thoughts. Every time your attention drifts, catch it immediately. Every time fear, doubt, or comparison creeps in, recognize it and redirect it to constructive action. You are the gatekeeper of your mind. What you allow in dictates your level of energy, focus, and performance. Elite performers do not get distracted by what they cannot control. They master the art of selective attention, choosing deliberately what they focus on and what they ignore. Amplifying your inner fire also requires actionable routines and rituals. Focus without action is wasted potential. Create habits that align with your purpose. Start your day with intention. Begin with high-value tasks that push you closer to your goals. Protect your time fiercely. The average person reacts to life. The extraordinary person shapes it. Discipline your schedule as if your life depends on it, because it does. When you consistently operate with structure, your inner fire gains momentum. Momentum turns effort into results. Results turn energy into belief. Belief fuels fire. Another critical element is resilience under pressure. Noise isn't always external. Often it is internal, the voice of fear, doubt, procrastination, or past failures. Champions understand that these internal distractions are the ultimate test of focus. You will face moments when everything in you wants to quit. to check your phone, to seek comfort, or to procrastinate. This is when you must amplify your fire the most. Silence the internal chatter and let your inner drive roar louder than your fear. Your fire is strongest when challenged. If you avoid discomfort, your flame will flicker. If you face it head-on, your flame becomes a blazing inferno. Visualization is another powerful tool. Picture your success in vivid detail. Imagine the actions, the results, the feeling of achievement. The more detailed your mental rehearsal, the easier it is to maintain focus under pressure. Elite athletes, performers, and leaders use visualization to lock in on performance before they even begin. Your mind cannot distinguish between vivid imagination and reality. Train it to expect success. Train it to anticipate obstacles and overcome them. Train it to amplify your inner fire in any situation. Discipline your body because the mind follows the body. Sleep, nutrition, and physical conditioning directly influence your ability to focus and sustain intensity. A tired, malnourished, or weak body makes the mind vulnerable to distractions and fatigue. Feed yourself strategically, train rigorously, and rest deliberately. When your body is strong, your mind is sharper. When your body is resilient, your fire is sustainable.